Hey, Jimmy, just wondering what it was about Dylan that made you go with him at quarterback.
Yeah, it was really close. And again, I feel very confident about, those other three quarterbacks. It was very close. But Dylan just does a really good job of not making mistakes. You saw that tonight. Didn't make a lot of mistakes. Didn't turn the ball over. Got us in and out of plays. The ball handling was good in the run game. Completed some passes when you need to. We moved the chains. It was awesome to watch. And he just got a really good demeanor and a good leadership qualities. And so he's got a long way to go, just like a lot of our guys do. But I'm definitely proud of him for his first college football game. Think about that. That was his first college football game in grimy, rainy weather, and we grinded it out. And we got Dylan for his first start. He's got to win. He's 1-0.
All right, we'll go to Fetters and then Anthony Edwards. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, Jimmy, I know you're all about the next game going on and all that stuff, but considering this was your very, very first game, considering how unusual the circumstances were with everything, with no fans, 4 false starts in terms of the games happening, are you going to be able to take any time to think about and soak it up and just kind of what it means right now for you?
No, not at all. Just so happy for our team. I'm so proud of them. That was a joyous locker room right there. I think that's where I probably lost my voice, was just right there in the locker room. Just so proud of those guys for not flinching during this tumultuous time. We said some adversity was going to happen, and it did, obviously, in that game. Some things, we made some mistakes and shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times. But also, those guys are good. They scored a lot of points last week, and they can run the football. Got one of the best running backs in our conference. And so I was just so happy the way our guys grounded it out, and we came away with the victory.
All right, we'll go to Anthony and then Ruth. Go ahead, Anthony.
Yeah, one thing real quick before I ask my question. I saw you raising your hands up there, pumping up the non-existent crowd. Was that a little fun for you?
I was raising my hands to our team. I was getting our team ready. So, the only juice that we have is on our sideline, and it is the, 100 or so players that are on our sideline, plus our coaches and our staff. So if I was raising my hand and getting guys going, it was the human beings that were standing around me. I wasn't talking to any cardboard cutouts.
Yeah, and then you guys had a few special teams blunders, but kind of stepped up when it mattered with Kyler Gordon down in the ball at the 1-yard line. What did that mean to you guys?
Yeah, that was a huge play. And, Jaden Green, how about this? True freshman, first college game ever. And how about him going through a little adversity? Obviously, makes a huge mistake there with the snap. And then after that, he settled down and delivered strikes, for our field goals and our last couple of punts. Talk about some adversity there, and he's going to continue to grow, and he's going to learn from that. And I see nothing but positive things here moving forward, because he knows he pushed through some adverse situations there.
All right, we'll go to Ruth and Dan. Go ahead, Ruth.
Yeah, Jimmy, when you first took the job and you talked a lot about how, you wanted a physical team that was going to run the ball down guys' throats. And I know because of the rain tonight, maybe you ran the ball more, or is this kind of what we can expect to see the rest of the way out?
We're going to do whatever we need to do to win football games. And so tonight we did what we had to do to win a football game. And so that's the beautiful thing about being a balanced offense. And we got a long way to go. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect on defense. We've played some really good defense around here for a lot of years. We don't like giving up rushing yards like we gave up today. So we got a lot of improvement around our whole team. But offensively, yeah, you know what? If we saw an advantage, we can run the football. We ran the football. And another opponent, if we see an advantage where we're going to throw it a little bit more, we'll throw it a little bit more. And that keeps defenses off balance.
All right, I'll go to Dan and then Nicholas. Go ahead, Dan.
Jimmy, you were missing Thule, Latu, and Thompson didn't even suit up. Were all these guys injured?
Yeah, I'm not going to discuss anything with any guys in terms of injuries or anything tonight. I'll address some of that stuff on Monday.
All right, sorry about that break. Go to Nick and then Mike. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, Coach. Congrats on the win. What was that like, getting the ball back with 9 minutes left and being able to run 15 run plays and take 7.5 minutes off the clock and put your team in a position to win.
That is the football I love and I enjoy. That is the football I love and I enjoy. I love the time of possession that we had. We would like that in every single game. If we have the ball, most likely they can't score. And so I'm so proud of our guys. I'm so proud of our offensive line. Jackson Kirkland, he was our captain today. He did the coin toss and really rallied that old line. And Coach Huff does a tremendous job with those guys. So proud. I'm so proud of the way we did it. And, I'm so proud of the way we did it. It was hard. It was grimy, and we had to grind it out. I'm so proud of those guys.
All right, we'll go to Mike Vorel and then Moss. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Jimmy, I'm wondering, what have you seen from the progression from Zion to be able to arrive at the kind of performance that he had today?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, in training camp, Mike, this guy was harassing all of our quarterbacks. And, obviously we have the gold jerseys on our quarterbacks and you can't touch them. But every day it was just like, this guy is breathing down all of our quarterbacks' necks. And you could just tell that he was going to do it on game day because he did it in practice. And I tell these guys all the time, practice execution becomes game reality. If you do it in practice, it's going to happen in games. And it definitely happened for Zion tonight. And he's only going to continue to get better.
All right, we'll go to Mazvita and then Art. Go ahead, Mas.
Yeah. Hey, Coach. I know it's a team game, but I'm wondering, Edifon Olafashua, just his play, and especially the last 3 plays of the game. He seemed to be batting the ball in all 3 plays.
Yeah, Eddie. Man, you guys, all these guys you're mentioning, they're just like true dogs. And Eddie, this guy is probably the hardest worker on our team. He's in here earlier than everybody. He tries to even come even earlier than everybody. And I say, hey, Eddie, there's a pandemic going on. We have these protocols. You can't come in the building earlier. You have to come in at your slotted time. This guy is the first one upstairs to watch film from practice. And you could just tell he just put so much work in that it's going to pay off for him. And it has. He's a tackling machine. He had 4 pass breakups, the huge critical one on that 2-minute drive at the end. The guy he works hard in practice. He works hard in the meeting rooms to learn everything. And then he goes out there and he plays like a warrior.
All right, we'll go to Art Thiel, then Christian Caple. Go ahead, Art.
Jimmy, what was it like for you when you told Dylan Morris he was going to be the starter, and what was his response? And then a second question about his 16-yard scramble there that set up the field goal. What did you think about that?
Oh, yeah. So first question, John Donovan. How about John Donovan, man? He did an awesome job today. Did an awesome job keeping those guys off balance. He's our quarterback coach, obviously offensive coordinator, and he handled that with the quarterbacks. And so he handled that. And so there was no reaction. We just kind of went about our business and here we go. We're going to practice and there's no hoopla and celebration. It's no, we're going to work. I tell all these guys all the time, as soon as you guys get complacent, anybody, I don't know, any position, and you think, oh, I've made it. I'm a starter. As soon as you have that type of attitude, you're probably going to get replaced by somebody else. And so there was no big celebration. But how about Dylan on that key scramble right there? And that's what he did in practice. Again, great decision maker. It wasn't there. The hole opened up. He stepped into the pocket, sees green grass, and he hit it and he took it.
Oh, excuse me. All right, we'll go to Christian Caple and then Ruth to wrap it up. Go ahead, Christian.
Jimmy, obviously a big first half for Sean McGrew. Got loose a few times. But what was it about the other guys or Sean or whatever that maybe made you guys go more with Richard and Kamari down the stretch?
Yeah, I think, all 3 of those guys give you different things. And so we just try to play to those guys' strengths and keep them fresh. Running the ball is a physical thing, and those guys get wore down very, very quick. And we obviously had a bunch of rushing attempts, and so we just wanted to keep Rolodexing those guys in there. So a fresh running back was hitting that defense that started to wear down a little bit. I think you guys saw that in the fourth quarter. They were definitely wearing down. And so it was just more of just keeping those guys off balance and keeping our guys fresh. But very proud of all 3 of those guys. But McGrew especially, just his leadership and the way he ran caused Oregon State problems.
All right, last question for Coach Lake will come from Ruth. Go ahead, Ruth.
Okay, Jimmy. So I saw Jalen out there. I saw Rome. I saw Savell. Were there any other true freshmen out there? And could you just comment on how those guys handled that big first college game?
Yeah, you know, without seeing the tape, obviously, I know Rome made a really good catch. You know, Jalen had that toss in the round play, and I think he got about 7-8 yards or so, something like that. Mark Redmond played. How about Jaden Green? Again, true freshman long snapper. You talk about pressure. True freshman long snapper out there. And, you know, obviously made the first mistake, but then he bared down after that. You know, off the top of my head, I can't think of but all the true freshmen that possibly could have played. But we got a lot of young guys out there, and they're going to continue to get better. And the nice thing is we can learn from our mistakes after a win. But then it's going to be back to work tomorrow. Back to work, and well, now our sights will be set on the University of Arizona.